Hey guys, welcome to another review. This is the Union Pacific Kenfleck. Excuse me, yeah, need more coffee. Uh, it's the Kenfleck uh, business car. It's right here. Okay, so let me see. I'll get you over here. Now it's tough to see, but it is the Broadway Limited 9014. That's the part number, model number, whatever you want to call it. And this is just released. They have 4 different versions currently available. And I just received an email the day before I record this. So that this is on a Sunday. It would have been on a Saturday. They are re-releasing these, I believe, a second issue because it did so well in the first one. And also, they are doing a different run. And I want to say if you can't find these right now, you should find them again next year in the April time frame. I forget what month they or part of the month they said, um, but it's also going to be a couple more variations. Now I probably won't pick up the other variations. There is one I have my eye on and debating it. I might get that one instead. Um, the biggest thing is the differences are going to be well. There's a couple different paint schemes, and there's also the drum head, which we'll go over in just a minute. Um, that's also going to change. So you're going to have several variations between now and a year from now at the time of this recording. So let's see what you get. Now, Broadway has done something not quite warm and fuzzy about. Um, this particular model, they've gone and for you to control it. Now, I get it if you got guys that are in DC, um, it's great because you can control you customize your controls just by touching it. Now, on the roof line, which we'll go over in just a second. Um, but I don't like that as much. Okay, it's great. And once you set it, like regardless if you have DC or DCC, you throw it on your layout, okay, and you set it to whatever configuration that you like. Turn the power off, and I discovered this totally by accident. You turn the power off, and it will remember your settings so that when you come back, you turn the power back on. Oh, guess what? All my lighting is exactly the same way as it was before. Now, if you have a short, it's going to throw everything off. But if you don't and everything is the same, you're fine. So let's take a look. Okay, so you can see has a lighted interior. It's very nice. I usually add people to it. I'm on the fence about this one because I'm not really warm and fuzzy about taking stuff apart again. Um, but I mean, I didn't even look to see. I'm sure there's an exploded parts diagram and for taking stuff apart. Um, but getting back to the whole DCC thing, when I bought a Broadway Limited Southern Pacific observation car, okay, that's the daylight to go with the rest of my daylight set. um, and you could see that running on one of those live uh, things I have of the layout. It runs with the GS4. If you look on the observation car, and I don't know if there's a shot of it, there might not be. On the tail end of the observation car, there is a little red light, for the like an end of train device type of thing, and you can vary it because that's a DCC thing. You just get into it as you normally would with DCC, and you can set, you know, the variations on the rates. I don't know about the interior lights. I don't remember that because I wasn't really interested in that part. I just want the lights on and they all run the same. Um, but you could, excuse me, through the DCC do that. Uh, and I get it, Broadway made it a little more on this one, and I'm sure on the other ones that are coming out, they went and just made it touch. Okay. So it's good and it's bad, but it is what it is. Okay. We're not going to be able to change it, obviously. So let's take a look at this thing. Okay. So you can see, obviously, you can see the interior lights. Now, there are two different marker lights on the top there, your red and your green. This particular variation, and currently it's the only one that I have, and really it was the only one that I needed because I run a George Bush funeral train with my MTH George Bush train, which is also um, a video. If you go back through my archive and look for it, it's there, and it's a unique one. So I run that all the time. Run that particular locomotive when I run this train. But that drum head that you see there was from his funeral train, which is why I bought this variation. And it also comes with ditch lights. Now, all these lights are controllable through the roof panel. Okay. Now, if I miss one of these, uh, you forgive me because I don't remember all the exact locations, but I know it's generally in here. Um, so you've got two controls, one on either side of this little vent or vent thing, whatever it is. You forgive me, I don't know all the little pieces that are on here, but I know the general touch points. Okay, so in here is going to be one of the, there it is. That's, oops, there it is. Okay, so that turns off your green. That turns it back on. Now on this side is going to be for your red, I believe. And there it is. Okay. Now up here, I'm going to skip over this section. On these antenna points is somewhere. There it is. Okay. Those are your ditch lights. I'm going to leave those off, mainly because they're a distraction. Those ditch lights obviously would be if you're in going in reverse with it. Okay, and then you would have your conductor back there. Now they don't have, and this is something that they kind of missed. They should have a whistle back there, like a or horn or something, because every time I've seen it where they got somebody on the back end, there's also something that they can signal if they're going across a crossing. Because if you've got those ditch lights and they're safety things, so you would think they would have that too. But I'll give them a pass. Maybe they don't have it on the prototype. Broadway was pretty good on prototype stuff. But anyway, so that's that. I believe it's here. Okay, there you go. So that turns off your interior lights. Now, if you go on the opposite side, and I haven't tried this, so forgive me if it doesn't work the first time. Okay, there it goes. And then you can dim these lights all the way down. Now, there's another touch point, and I'm trying to remember where it was. It's here somewhere. But there is another touch point for that drum head. And I'll be darned if I can find it. That's that. Oh, trust me, it's there. You get a little instruction sheet. This is embarrassing as all heck, but there is another touch point that you could turn the drum head on and off. Okay. but it's there, and I'll waste all my video time trying to find it. Um, I don't know if it's this. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, well we're just gonna let that go because it's important, but it's not. Okay, like I said, you get a complete little sheet about yay big, and it shows you exactly where every touch point is. And if that's something that matters to you, great. If it's not, like me, because like I said, I leave it on all the time. I like it. It's pretty. Uh, but this is the way I run mine going around the layout. Uh, Obviously, I don't need ditch lights on because it's not going in reverse. I don't know if the setup is right as far as the red and the green at the same time, but hey, it's like I've heard before. It's your railroad. You run it the way you want, right? So I like that configuration. It's great. I cannot wait. Now, there's going to be a future video, obviously months from the time of recording this one. Broadway Limited is coming out with the Power Car. And this has never been available in plastic before. This has always been a brass thing. And you spend a fortune if you can find it. Okay, because it's brass. I mean, you're talking at least three, four, or more $100 just for the piece, and then you got shipping, blah blah blah. But um, that's coming, okay, and I will have that one pre-ordered, and hopefully we're going to see that in the September-ish. It's hard to say with Broadway Limited. I will say that this came out. Um, it was scheduled for originally a March release ish, February, March, and they were pretty good with it. It did come out roughly on time. Um, so I'm going to say that the next, the Power Car, when it comes out, is probably going to be in the September, October when they're saying. Of course, variations, with manufacturing and shipping, blah, blah, blah. Um, but I do see that one coming in the fall sometime. And of course, we'll review it. I am going to order the version that's has the sound uh, and the antenna. Now there are going to be other variations, just like there's variations of this. There's ones that are not going to have sound. There's ones that are not going to have a rooftop antenna. It's like I said, it's your railroad. You find the one that suits you best. If you don't want sound, you're going to get away a lot cheaper than somebody like me. I'm going to spend probably an extra $20 just to get the sound. But that's what I want. So we're going to wrap it up here. Is really not much more to say about this. Like I said, I'm happy with it. It runs great on my railroad. No modifications needed. The coupler height was pretty spot on. Um, so I'm going to say that we're done, and we'll just let it go at that. And I hope to see you in a future video. Uh, Remember to like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. You have a great one. Catch you later.